Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ashley Curtis channel. And this is a special one because, it's next year. I've got a couple resolutions. If you've got any resolutions, please let me know in the comments. I'll reply. Yeah. You might know that I've recently finished working for a superstore company called Tesco. I was what was called a festive colleague. Now, the role of a festive colleague is to kind of, I think, cover people that are on their kind of holiday leave, I think. I'm not entirely sure though. What I do know is that they are on not a permanent contract, they're on a temporary contract where they work from the start of December until the 24th of December. And then it's closed on Christmas Day, open Boxing Day, and so on and so forth. That's where it finishes. Now, just a month in retail, it gives you a lot of experiences with people, and it gives you a lot of stories, so that's exactly what I want to go through today. Working at Tesco is brilliant. They hire at 16. They don't care about GCSEs, or at least they didn't with me. Maybe I'm just cool, I don't know. I'm reading this word for word, by the way, off the script. That's why I'm looking to my left. So let's go over how the employment process went. I applied online just in time. They were closing applications just a few days after I actually went and applied. I waited about a month to hear back. I kind of thought that they'd given up really, but no, I did my right to work. Now on the same day I got a call from Tesco saying, come along, we've got a job for you. Centre Parks turned me down. Yeah. The reason they turned me down is because I wasn't in full-time education. Minors or those under 18 in the UK have to be in full-time education to work at Centre Parks. But luckily Tesco don't care. Literally 5 minutes after I got down by Centre Parks, I got this call from this lovely lady from Tesco. She invited me for a job interview. A few days later, it was time for the actual interview. I thought it was going to be one of those like one-to-one interviews which I had before with other employers, which didn't take me on. But no, there was two other ladies. There was two other older women who, one of them was going from healthcare to a more laid-back profession, retail. She was in that business for years, and she just wanted something a bit more relaxed, I suppose. And there was this other lady who had about 10 years experience with M&S, and it turned out she's the one who didn't get a job, which surprised me a lot, or at least I didn't see her again. And we heard if we were chosen to work there the day after the interview, which was really convenient. And a few days later, we were all invited into the store for an induction. Now, an induction, for Tesco at least, in an induction, they show you around the shop, show you how they stock shelves, etc. After that, I was officially part of it. First day on the job, I watched a Tesco colleague kind of show me how to work the tills, because that was the job I was primarily assigned to. But sometimes I'll be on boxes in the shop floor, which is just collecting empty boxes. After that, I was officially part of it. I worked at the Tesco I shopped at when I was like a little kid, which was quite nostalgic. Well, it was a dream come true. I could go upstairs, I could work there, I could be behind the till. And often I'd have these kids that one day were me. And like one day they're probably going to work at the same Tesco I worked at. And it gave me a bit of a wake up call, like the way it all works. I'm waffling here, but yeah. Now we've got the work stories. Before we get into it, I just want to say that these aren't complaints whatsoever. They were just customers. We're here to help. Well, I'm not anymore. I don't work there. I don't care. They're just stories on customers that I've had. Nothing. No names are going to be said. Nothing. No complaints. No bad blood. There's different types of customers. You've got the really talkative, like elderly people, which I love. They would always comment on whether I'm old enough, which was a little bit annoying because they do it again and again. Sometimes I would help with Apple Pay because they'd struggle getting the wallet app up when they didn't need to get the wallet app up, but that'll be easy for them anyway, so I showed them how to do that. You've got the people that try to use contactless on their card, but they'd literally do that and expect it to read it. I just thought, mate, do you not know that it needs to actually read the chip? Sometimes they try using contactless, like when they're paying for £300 purchase. £100 is the limit, and it does say that on the readers. I've also got the people who assume that I can do absolutely anything just because I work there. I've had a person who wanted like £100 cash back from buying a 30p carrier bag while also paying with her card. So I'm guessing she'd never done cashback before, because we can't even do cashback at tills anymore. It's just a thing that they've changed, a rule they've added. And the number of people who ask for cashback on a card-only till as well is mad. There are like 2 to 3 very visible signs saying that it's a card-only till, but people don't look for that. They just want to get out there as quick as possible, I suppose. A sign on the ceiling saying this is a card-only till. It's a sign on the till saying this is a card-only till, but no, they still get out their wallet and hand me a bunch of cash. And I say, unfortunately, sir, this is a card-only till. And they say, oh, you're joking. No, there's literally 3 signs. I didn't say this to them, but there's 3 signs saying you can't pay with cash on this till, but they still try to. Because I'm under 18, because I'm a minor, I can't sell things like alcohol, tobacco on knives, so cutlery sets and things. I can, but with permission from what's called a supervisor. If anyone ever tried to buy alcohol or anything that was plus 18. I had to press a button which was labelled, I think, 2025 on my services buttons, and we'd wait for someone to come over, but it was never that simple. It sends a notification to the supervisor's headset saying till number, I think 25, that's all they get. They'd come over to the till and ID them if they needed to. Sometimes they wouldn't, they'd just give me a thumbs up from across the room. Sometimes I would have a thumbs up from the other side of the store, but legally that's all I need. Like, as long as I'm sure they're over 18. I did ask to just quickly see someone's, if there's any security tags on it, anything, I'll take the stuff off with a magnet. I'd scan it and that's that. Telling a senior citizen that you need approval to sell 18 plus objects will always confuse them. They either look at me and say, look at this face, do I look under 18? And I just say, it doesn't really matter, because I'm under 18, I can't physically sell anything over 18 without permission from a supervisor. I once had a man that paid in cash and loads of 20p's and 5p's, which I absolutely hated at the time, because I wasn't used to counting up cash and coins and notes and everything. I scanned his vouchers and I accidentally put in the wrong amount that he paid in cash, and it was reading like £50 change, and that's where I knew that I was like, oh wait, I've done something wrong. I took a deep breath, because this was the first time that it ever happened, and I explained to the guy that it was, and that I explained to the guy that I would have to rescan his shopping, which was a lot of shopping, so fair enough, he was quite annoyed about that. Looking back, I could have just suspended the transaction and then scanned the barcode on the transaction receipt. I didn't know that that was a feature back then though. I tried to scan his vouchers, but here's the dilemma, we've reached our next issue. Because I'd already scanned his vouchers on the previous attempt to buy everything, I couldn't scan his vouchers again because they'd already been scanned, they were no longer valid. You know what I mean? You can't use it more than one most of the time. And he said, well, what am I supposed to do? I told him I have the same question. So again, pressed general call, waited for a supervisor, which took a little while. He got annoyed. I explained to the supervisor what happened, and while I was explaining, the customer decided to speak over me and just like say exactly what I'd already said. So clearly this guy had gone, oh, hang on, he's just a kid, he probably doesn't even know what's going on. No, I'm trained on the piece of technology that's sat in front of me. If I don't know what's going on, then you definitely do not. Age profiling, it happens so much with young people in retail. So a supervisor tried literally everything I'd already tried doing. I don't know why. I wouldn't have called him over if I hadn't tried everything. Eventually took the customer over to customer services, and I got to go home because it was already 20 minutes past the time I was supposed to finish. To this day, this is the one customer I just couldn't handle, because he had no understanding. And I was just thinking on my way back, like, it's Christmas time, you know, be happy. I had a woman nearer to the end of my work contract who asked me to do a subtotal. She asked that like halfway through her shopping, and the definition of a subtotal in retail is kind of the price before any vouchers or club cards had been scanned, what you could call the raw price, I suppose. To this day, I have no idea what she was asking me to do. I guess she wanted me to pause so that she could read the subtotal to work out if she had enough money on her to pay for everything. If she wanted to know the subtotal, she could have just read the customer screen, which is what it's actually called, the customer screen, because it tells you subtotal in big letters. It tells you whether the club card's been accepted, it tells you everything they need to know, but they never look at it. Sometimes one of the security guys would just ask me really random questions, like, did I scan something properly, or did I sell a certain item today? I have no idea why. Maybe he was just trying to catch me out, like, because I was new. Sometimes when I told someone I need approval to sell this, and I call someone over and they can see me pressing a button, and I'd say I need to call over a supervisor, they will still get out their ID and show it to me as if I can ID them myself. I had a guy tell me I'll be 82 in 2 weeks. I just nodded, and I thought, it doesn't matter if you look 10 or 100. I'll still need permission to sell anything over 18 because I'm under 18. Anything under 18, for example, medication is 16. What else is there? There's fireworks, you have to be 12 to buy. I think that's all of them that I could approve because it was 16 and 12. But obviously, I'm over them. I'm over both of the majors now. I had a girl from a nearby middle school buy some sweets on my till. She paid with cash. I typed, well, she paid in some coins. It was fine. I typed in how much she'd paid. The cash drawer opened, and then she said, "Wait, I have a club card." Once I type in how much the person's paid, I can't then scan her club card because they've already officially paid for it, and it would just do nothing. It wouldn't take anything off the price. It wouldn't give them their points, because they've already paid. Once we type in how much you paid, we can't scan your club card. So I gave her a receipt and told her, if you go over to the customer service desk, they'll be able to sort you out. They'll get you your discount and points, even though she bought like a packet of Haribo's, so she wouldn't have got any discount anyway. She took her receipt, didn't say thank you. She went to have a word with her dad, who was for some reason like stood at the entrance of the till. Maybe he was giving her like an opportunity to purchase something individually or like on her own, which is fine, teaching the kids how to buy stuff. They talked for like a solid 4 minutes, and then they walked over to the customer service desk. That was the end of it. After a few minutes, I was moved to a different till because they just needed someone on another till. Scanned some more customers to shop in. 10 minutes later, right, a supervisor came to my till, shut my gate, and said, "Did you did you not scan the customer's club card on till 22? I said, no, because I'd already typed in how much they paid, and we can't scan club cards after that. And she knows how to work the tills. She's worked her way up. And then she said, oh, we were told that you'd refuse to scan her club card. No, like, this girl would clearly not listen to anything I'd said. Again, it wasn't Tesco's fault. Again, is what it is. Probably got more stories to tell, but that's all I've written on the script here. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been on what, 308 for a little while now. By the end of 2024, I'm hoping to get to at least 400. Yeah, like and subscribe, and goodbye.